welcome back to Charterhouse TV, and today's an exciting day. It doesn't get much more exciting than New Aquarium Day. We've got a space here at our HQ ready for a new display aquarium, and we've been going back and forth for some time deciding which aquarium it is we want to set up.
In the past, we've shown you the setup videos from the start to the finish, and they've always been really popular. We'll put a link in the description below to one of our previous videos for the IM50, but we thought we'd do exactly that again and take you along for the journey.
Yeah, so we've basically been sat around for some time thinking about what we want, and it was very quickly decided that we wanted to set up a marine or reef aquarium, and we knew roughly that we had about a 5-foot space, but which aquarium to choose. Now, these conversations started a while back, and at about that same time, Red Sea released their G2 series of reefer aquariums. So lots of back and forth, but we've decided that that's probably the aquarium for us, and it gives us an opportunity to not only really understand and dig into what makes the G2 different to other aquariums, but as Steve said, also share that journey with you.
So Red Sea make a really comprehensive range of aquariums, all the way from a 75 litre nano aquarium up to a 1000 S series, a 1000 litre S series aquarium. Now the nano aquariums come plug and play, you get pretty much everything you're going to need to set up. The Red Sea Reefers come in a couple of different options, so you can get them as a package of the aquarium cabinet and sump, or also the deluxe version that comes with the lights as well. The S series, again, plug and play, you pretty much get everything you're going to need with the addition of a little bit of equipment, and the E series, which come with the lights and a rear chamber, so you're basically ready to go straight from out the box.
Yeah, so we had the choice to make between that range, and we headed over to the Red Sea website and utilised some tools that they've got on there. They've got a really great comparison tool which allows you to line up a couple of the aquariums from different ranges or different models in a particular range that you think might be of interest, and it will list out differences in literage or dimensions or what equipment they come with. But what they've also got, which is really cool, is an augmented reality feature, which we used here in the space that we're going to put the aquarium in. So what that will do is it will show you a digital version of the aquarium in the room that you're planning to keep it in. So you can get a real kind of understanding of what that aquarium looks like in the gap. Now, I mentioned before we've got about 5 foot of space, so we lined up a 5-foot aquarium in the gap, and very quickly using that feature it became obvious that that's probably going to be a little bit too big. So where we've landed is the Reefer 425 Deluxe model. Now, Steve mentioned the Deluxe models, they come with the lights, and if you're looking to run Red Sea lights and buy an aquarium, why wouldn't you buy a Deluxe version? Because you get a little bit of a saving when you're buying the aquarium with the lights. And it led us on to, you know, equipment choice in general. And
as well as the lights, all of the equipment run on the ReefBeat app, so it's their ecosystem, so basically everything will run off of the same app, so it makes sense for us to choose all of that Red Sea equipment and as well show you how that stuff works as a package. Yeah, it gives us the opportunity to walk you through not only the build of the aquarium and the setup of the aquarium, but also the setup of all the equipment, and it means that this video series is going to be quite comprehensive and a lot of fun for us to build. Yeah. So that kind of leads us on to the next step. We're going to head over to the part of the building that we're going to set the aquarium up. We're going to build the cabinet, we're going to get the tank on the cabinet and get the plumbing rigged up. So why don't we head over there now? So as you can see, the aquarium has arrived safe and sound thanks to the heavy duty crate these aquariums arrive in. And we set to work getting this opened up and all of the parts needed lined up and laid out, and of course we've read the instructions. The cabinet build is very similar to any other flat packed furniture you may have built in the past, needing just a screwdriver, a soft mallet and the all important spirit level. The process and order you build in is very important, so if you have or even haven't put one of these together, make sure you follow those all important instructions.
One of the first jobs we had to do was install the adjustable feet, and it's one of the very welcome upgrades featured on these G2 models of reefers. They also include all new pipework, but we'll come to that later on in the video. One thing that is worth noticing is that if you're watching this and you're planning to buy a reefer, or you already have, is that all the cabinets have a black carcass. So don't do what we did when unboxing and think, I'm pretty sure we ordered a white cabinet, because all become clear as you go on building the cabinet via the instructions.
The cabinet is made of a laminated plywood and the doors are painted with an epoxy paint. This is all designed to be reef ready and offer protection from the saltwater environment. The cabinets have also been reinforced so they will last the lifetime of the aquarium. It's worth noting all of the little details as well, rubber bungs for all of the exposed metal and grease for the hinges, just to make sure that you have confidence in the system.
We then set about roughly levelling the cabinet using the new adjustable feet, and this just gives you a head start, meaning that only fine adjustments are needed once the tank is in position. The aquarium itself was the last thing to be moved from the shipping crate, and another point for those of you watching before you build your own reefer up is that the top of the cabinet is located inside the aquarium box. It's not missing from your cabinet package. This is just to help protect the bottom of the aquarium when it's being shipped, but also to stop the pre-installed bulkheads in the base of the tank sitting on the floor, and it's the reason we decided to roll the aquarium out of the crate so as not to place those on the floor and damage them.
These aquariums are heavy, so please make sure you have a few extra bodies on hand to help lift the aquarium on top of the cabinet. The cabinet has a protective levelling mat pre-installed. We had to make sure that once we've lifted the aquarium on top that it was all squared and the bulkheads were aligned. With the aquarium in place, we got a real feeling of the size and quality of the system, and it certainly kicked off some discussions on what scape and species of fish we will end up keeping.
So onto the G2 sump, which is one of the main areas that the G2 aquarium has been improved. With a focus on versatility, we took the opportunity to set the sump system up for the equipment that we think we want to use once the tank's wet. More of that in a future video though. We removed some baffles and the filter sock section, which is now really easy to do because they just slide in and out, and we adjusted the baffle heights to where we roughly think we'll need them. Once the base of the cabinet is in place, the sump just slides in and it's time for that all new pipework, another area where the G2 differs considerably from previous models.
It's not only the colour that has changed, the pipework looks great in its new red finish. It has a slicker overflow for silent operation with newly designed diaphragm valve. With the addition of dual outlets and those pre-installed pipe clips, it makes for a very neat and promising pipework setup. And this is one of the main reasons we decided to go for the Reefer G2. We then slid the gravity-fed auto top up into place, hung the doors, and before we knew it, we stood back and looked at our new display aquarium.
And here it is, our brand new Red Sea Reefer G2 425 display aquarium. And do you know what? We're really pleased with it. The process of setting it up was actually really fun. And the thing that strikes you now that we're stood in front of it is A, the dimensions and what it looks like in real life. And we mentioned already how that gets conversations going of how the scape might lend itself to this aquarium, but also the quality, it feels really solid. Red Sea have clearly done a good job making the Generation 2 cabinets really sturdy. The glass is really thick with really neat kind of polished edges. And this silicone seal is much thicker than before. And if you actually feel inside the seal, you can feel it's got like an armored plate on the inside. So that means that it's not going to get damaged or cause you any problems. And even things like this big weir box, you just know that there's going to be lots of water flow being able to be processed through that and therefore turn the system over. And I think it's over 350 models. You get these dual outlets to return it, so nice even flow coming back into the tank as well.
And Red Sea are really confident in this system, and they're making you have confidence in it by giving you a 3-year standard warranty with the option of upgrading that to a further 2 years, so in total 5 years if you wanted to go down that route. So that really does fill you with confidence in this whole system. As you can see, all of the equipment is in the aquarium, ready to go, all of the Red Sea stuff. So the next video that we put out is going to be getting all of the equipment ready, installing, and we'll be sure to share that with you very soon.
Yeah, we're going to start doing that in the next week or two. So if you want to make sure that you don't miss out on part 2, then make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you've got that bell notification selected so that you catch that when we release it. As always, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed part 1. Don't forget to stay subscribed, and we'll see you on the next one.
See ya.